Slow, steady, and online business, words that don't seem to go together at all when everything you hear is another dropshipping course or somebody pushing crypto. But I'm here to tell you that there are slow and steady online businesses you can start in 2026, just waiting like coals in the grill. And all it needs is one spark and then it burns steadily. Now, these are not going to scale to the moon or become the next Facebook, but you can start them yourself with no employees and no investment. And so, number one is YouTube. Now, becoming a YouTuber is kind of dead. There's competition, and you're gonna be fighting Mr. Beast for views. That's not a battle I want to be in. It's like fighting the Spartans in ancient Greece. He's absolutely mental, running like an empire with hundreds of full-time employees to make videos. Instead, YouTube has a completely untapped side that you are watching right now. That's educational content. And yeah, it's more boring, but it's so much more real. Just look at my own channel. Am I some super charismatic influencer with $1 billion production budget? No, I really need PR training. Like, I'm a disaster and I'm sitting in this Airbnb that I'm renting while moving apartments. But what I do is teach something I'm really passionate about, and that's online work and online business, and I like helping people. But most online business models are just built on hype, luck, or some get-rich-quick scheme. Dropshipping. But education never goes away. I mean, literally every person on earth is trying to learn something new, hopefully. That can be how to get fit, how to study better, how to play guitar. I was trying to learn that on YouTube for a while and I gave up after like a week, but there are some people seriously learning it. And YouTube has become like the global classroom, and you don't need to be like this PhD level expert either, you just need to be one step ahead of the person that you're helping. Now, I'm kind of an expert on this now, but when I started, I was figuring things out and teaching them as I learned them. Like my name, Learn with Lucas. You also don't necessarily need to show your face. I recommend doing it and I prefer it, but there are many educators on YouTube, including top channels, that remain faceless, and they're doing okay. Now again, I prefer being on camera, but it's completely up to you as well. And a good video that you post today, assuming it's really good, could still be up and running in 2028 with literally no inventory, no risk, and no employees. I do have a fantastic video editor, but if you're starting out with no budget, you can do it yourself. Obviously, not as good as somebody professional, but that's fine. In addition to the money, it can also lead to new job opportunities, networking, new friends, and just new skills. I mean it. Number two is Amazon KDP. And this is kind of like dropshipping, but for books. And nowadays it's mostly online books or so-called e-books. Basically, you create a book, you publish it on Amazon, KDP, and people can find your books on Amazon's website after they're published. And every time somebody buys it on Amazon, the seller, you, gets paid for the book. Now, this is not supposed to be fast by any means, but once it's on the platform and it's up and running, it can make you sales for years to come. At the same time though, I do think that we need to be a little bit more realistic when we talk about KDP, because KDP is hard. In 2018, it might have been easy. I don't know, I wasn't doing KDP in 2018, but today it's certainly different. Now, you can publish a lot of different types of books, and many people will tell you to create low content books like planners, journals, and other simple things that don't require you to write like a whole book. That would be ridiculous. But as you quickly notice, a problem arises, and it's very easy to copy. On YouTube, you can actually build like an audience, a personal brand, and a real asset that will take years to try to copy. But on KDP, it's very hard to protect your business. You're gonna face thieves trying to copy everything you do just because you're selling low content books that anyone can make with like AI in 5 seconds. So it's pretty hard to protect yourself. Now, I do want to clarify, some are seeing massive success with KDP. I don't want to discredit it at all, but you need a very good niche, you need to be unique, and you need to be moving quickly. 6 out of 10. Next up is memberships. Don't worry, I'm not gonna tell you to like, oh, just start a membership business. What the heck is even that? So right now, the hottest membership is in the form of a school community. All the famous business people like Alex Hormozi are talking about school communities. They're all saying that everybody should start a community and it's the best business model out there. And I think it's really good, but I don't entirely agree, because everybody forgets the problem with memberships and communities. People obsess about the recurring subscriptions and how great it is to have a stable recurring business model. You know, it's just amazing. But the reality is, with a subscription, it's really hard to get members and especially hard to keep members. And you'll need to constantly replace people. And then how do you get subscribers into your membership? Well, you'll need an audience, such as a YouTube channel of people who already know you and trust you. And so YouTube works really well with Skool communities together. Still, if you can build a really good Skool community in a good niche, that's a gold mine, 8 out of 10. And next up is a newsletter, and yes, newsletters are so boring it makes you want to run away and click away. It is slow, it's nothing that you build in a day, but over time you can scale it up to a very big, significant, stable business. So what is a newsletter? If we're being really simple, it just means that you send emails to an email list of subscribers that you have the emails to, basically. And you need a clear promise, like what does the reader get every single week? What are you helping them achieve? For example, with my newsletters, it could be landing a remote job, or it could be getting started with YouTube. But it could also be fixing their personal finances, strength training for elderly people, I don't know, there's so many niches. And the nice thing about a newsletter is the audience is yours. If you start a business, if you start an Instagram page, whatever you do, you can simply send them an email and get people to check it out immediately. But most people never start a newsletter because they think it's so hard and boring, while in reality, you can just send an email per week and you can make it a real business even with just 1,000 subscribers. I know, total bold claim, I'm gonna explain why. So it really depends on the niche. If you have like 1,000 CEOs on your email list signed up receiving your emails, imagine what just having those 1,000 people reading your stuff every week is worth. But an email list also works best with something like YouTube to get people to sign up in the first place. So it's kind of like the perfect ecosystem with a YouTube channel, a Skool community, and an email list. Very slow, very boring, but very consistent, 9 out of 10. And so next up we have an agency. There are a lot of people selling expensive programs for agencies. I've personally taken one of these, and here is a summary of basically the most important things. An agency is often considered the most traditional and boring online business, yet it remains one of the best. Because it doesn't take any investment, it doesn't take massive luck, getting an e-commerce store to blow up or go viral. It just takes hard work. You start as a freelancer, utilizing your skills to help people, and then you realize, oh, actually they need more help than I can provide. And so you bring on 2 more freelancers to help you out with the project, and boom, you're running an agency. The upside is you get to learn a lot, and you don't need a complex, unique business idea. You're just doing the same thing with more people. The downside is you have to do a lot of work. Managing that team and your clients is going to become your new full-time job instead. And if you have a lot of clients and a big team, it's going to get really messy. It is definitely not passive, but it's relatively predictable once you're actually up and running. 7 out of 10. Now, if you actually want to start your own educational YouTube channel, grab the free cheat sheet below. It will save you a lot of trial and error. And also watch this video next for more online businesses you can start. Thanks you.